to another episode of Study Hall here on UFSU University. My name's Tam, and I'm joined by...
Travis, TNT Tangeman.
James.
Tyler.
Before we get into it, happy birthday, James.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Birthday boy.
Happy birthday.
At time of recording, James Stevens has just turned 14 years old, and we're all very happy for him. So give him some love down in the comments.
Yeah, it was his birthday last week. Now.
Today.
As of now.
Of time of recording.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, as of time of recording, it would be... As of time of recording, it's today. As the time this video comes out will be 4 days ago.
Well, it comes out tomorrow, so...
Comes out tomorrow?
For Patreon.
Yeah.
So, speaking of
Patreon was
Patreon, if you like the content, please go to patreon.com/UFS University. Subscribe to one of the tier levels and get the podcast early. $1 gets you the MP3. $3 gets you the video format. My computer's fixed. Yay!
Woo!
Apparently, so like I know jack shit about computers.
Right.
Obviously, I have a terabyte in that computer.
Yeah, you have a lot of, I saw
Yeah.
you have
There's
a lot of
bunch
memory.
space. There's a bunch of space.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize. I brought it to my dad, and he's like, "You've got a C drive and a D drive?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" And he's like, "That D drive's real big." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, my D drive's so fucking big." I can fit so many floppy disks in my D drive.
And then you figured out he was talking about the computer and not your dick.
What? But no, I've lost everything, but the Phoenix shall rise again. It will be better. It will be more awesome.
Yes.
Now you don't have to delete anything for a while.
And I don't have to delete anything ever.
Is a lot.
So how was your guys'
So how do you recover it?
What?
How do you recover it?
He honestly just cleaned it. He just like, fucking, let's just get it out there. He could not get the files back.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's fine. We just need the program.
We need the computer.
Yeah. Yikes.
How's your week?
My week was good. I've been testing with a bunch of air characters, so Satoshi, Rikuo. I'm going to probably build Sagat at some point. I also am testing Shinnok right now.
Why the fuck would you build Sagat?
Because he's really cool with the card that we're presumably about to discuss.
But you play that on anybody.
Yeah, but it's even better in a character that shoves cards into his own card pool.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. So, James, how was your week in UFS?
Oh, thank you so much for speaking, Travis.
I want Tam to do it. God damn it. I want Tam to ask me. Tam, can you ask me?
Tyler,
Actually, Tyler, you want to ask
would you ask James how his week was?
Hey, birthday boy. I have two things to ask you. One, I love you. Please don't.
That's not a question.
One, I love you. Please don't spend your.
Would you please not spin it?
Please, I love you. Please. Thank you. I love you. Birthday boy. I love you. Also, how was your week in UFS, birthday boy?
I'm playing Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple?
Order.
And you went to locals, yes?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
1-1-1.
You tied one?
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Which got you 8th place, something like that.
Yeah, it was something pretty bad. But I also had two absolutely terrible matchups.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's hard for a 2-life character when 2 of your 3 opponents say on block burn 2. And I have 2 life, so I have to block everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough. It's amazing I got that one draw.
Yeah, I agree. I think you had the roughest night the whole time. How's order working though? Is it better than Death, you think? Are you playing Moonset?
I'm not playing Moonset.
You fucking idiot.
I think I'm gonna add Moonset.
You have to. That's the only way you can play Order.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's not true at all.
Order, Water, Life, you should be playing Moonset decks.
Nah.
It's a real good card.
Yeah.
I also built Eva.
They banned a card because of what Moonset does.
What card?
Ever hopeful.
They errated it.
Oh,
Yeah.
they
But
errated it.
They banned it first.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
No.
It's hot errated.
Yeah.
All right.
Get slammed, idiot.
How about you?
I was playing Zombicell.
Which I think is the coolest deck you've made recently.
Sure. I was playing him under Death because I
Sure.
looked at Withering Toxin. I was like, this card's cool. I looked at Zombicell and I was like, I want to play this guy because nobody's played him ever.
In the history of ever.
In the history of ever. He's
Shout
never
outs-
been played.
Shout out to Jesse Cervini with
Yeah.
his 1,000 card.
Well, good job,
That's
Jesse. He's really cool. But then I saw Withering Toxin. I was like, huh, that's real nice. That's real cool. I like that.
That card's real good
I
in
played
him.
that, then changed it because Withering Toxin isn't really all that spectacular, and Spider Suplex is a million times better. But so I had a lot of fun with that. It's just an okay. It's okay. It's cool when you have 3 cards in their card pool and you get to reversal it, but then every other time it's like, no, I'd rather just have anything else.
I think he's so cool because he can be a 10-hander.
Sure.
He can be a 10-hander.
Kind of, yeah.
To the point where like we're talking about this like new card. You could run that card in your deck.
Yeah.
And just be like,
Reversal a few things.
block, reversal, remove, block, reversal, play this thing, discard my momentum that I got from touching you.
A form?
It's a response after an attack is after an attack resolves.
Hype.
So you then discard all your blocks and then just like draw more cards and you're like, well, I don't care as long as these have blocks on them because I'm going to pull attacks out of my discard pile. You can clear your card pool too. That's fine. I'm going to keep poking you on the reversal. Yeah. Talking about covert, whatever.
Covert intent.
I did fine. I played all DJ. I won locals. It was
Dejanet,
all
not DJ
Dejanet.
the character.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All DJ is a character that has all.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Dejanet. I keep saying DJ, and I was talking to Keenan Meadows, and I was like, because I texted him, because like the main reason I was on the Scorpion train is like at Worlds, I was just like, hey man, I was a little disappointed how I did with Jackie. She's a little hit or miss. I think I'm just gonna play Scorpion for like the rest of my life. Like he's such a fun character. Like he's like an ex-girlfriend that like you constantly meet back up and you're like, oh, why did I break up with you? And then like you remember that he's only average when you play him, and then you break up and you play other things and you go, man, you're like, man, I saw Scorpion at the bar the other day and he was looking pretty fun. And then I found DJ, who's the hotness right now, Dejanet, and I texted him and I was like, hey man, sorry to bum you out, but I switched from Scorpion and I'm gonna play DJ at the event. And he's like, what? Fuck, no, shit, Tam, no, don't do it. Because he's like,
in that exact order.
You better show me a list right now, buddy.
Seems it's very Keenan.
It is not DJ from the Street Fighter set. It is Dejanet. The deck's super fun. I've shown Scott Desjarnet, who won the most recent PTC, and he gave me some tips, some advice, and he's like, he was spot on with everything that he said. He's like, you should play this card unless you're thinking this. And I'm like, I was thinking that. And he's like, then you should play this card unless you're thinking this. And I'm like, I was thinking that. And he goes, wow, we're on the same wavelength. I just chose to do these things instead of these things. And I was like, oh, all right, rad. I'm super down for that. So yeah. Anything else to add?
I'm playing Blanca next weekend because I want to play
This weekend?
This weekend.
Yeah.
I'm playing Eva.
If I was going, I'd play Spike 2.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna be there.
I'm not gonna be there.
Tyler, it might just be me and you.
I guess we're not having it then.
No. You definitely still
I'm
should.
gonna show up.
You definitely still
hold
should.
up. If it's just you and me.
You definitely still should. So like, they're gonna ease. I mean, Travis will be there. Well, we can have like you can sound the alarm and people will go.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving on to our first.
Moving
on to our first topic, I do want to talk about this covert card. I think that's a good starting point. Travis, you have done the most testing with the card. You printed up 4 proxies and tried to play it in Schnock. Tell me about it. Tell me its stats. Tell me what it says.
So it is a 5/1 no block
What's
with covert intent. 5/1 no block with the infinity symbol. It says R discard a momentum after an attack resolves. Discard all cards from both players' card pools, and each player draws X cards, where X was the number of cards that either player or both players cleared. So you draw the number that you cleared, they draw the number they cleared. Reset progressive. The card's actually insanely good. It's reminiscent of a card that was in King of Fighters block called Kunoichi no Mai.
Block.
Yeah. Which did essentially the same thing and also ignored progressive, but you had to have 4 cards in your card pool before it when you played it in order for it to ignore progressive. And it was also an enhance compared to a response, correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So they could cancel it with a few more things than they can cancel the covert with.
Yeah, let's talk about it. It doesn't have a block. It checks a 1. It's a 5. It's an action with the infinity symbol, which is cool. It's neato. I kind of actually wish it just had symbols, honestly.
I think for balance reasons, I think it should have had symbols. Because I think having this card open to every symbol is a bit too much.
I I don't want to say this because I love the people at Jasco, but like taking my having my professional, sorry, not my professional, but like taking my journalistic integrity. I actually think this is like the first real example since we got Bebop and like their big set of like this is actually like a cash grab. Hey, please buy our 10s. This card's insane.
Yeah. This card is absolutely absurd.
You need 4 of it because it has the infinity symbol, and you should have 4 of every card that says infinity on it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the card?
I think the card's going to get banned.
Think so?
Yeah.
I agree.
That card's going to last less time than Maxi, in my opinion.
Less time than Maxi.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna be a little hard.
Yeah, that is really hard. Maxi was out for PTC.
Yeah.
You think it's going to be a PTC? It's going to be all over the place. You think
I guess it's going to be more time than Maxi, but that's only because not everyone's going to get it right away.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Did you know they changed the way the infinity symbol works now?
Yes, I did.
That's the coolest part about this
You
card.
probably do a TLDR on it, but
Yeah, we'll get to it eventually.
So why do you think it's going to get banned?
Oh, because that thing says draw X cards
Okay.
at the cost of just 1 momentum.
Okay. Yeah. Like,
And we had an entire topic about how come momentum-free cash grab is not good.
yeah. Right now, momentum is very, very good. My issue is that like it is a 5-1. Like we played a bunch of games last night, and that card never won you the game.
Yeah, that is true.
That card never won you the game, and that card did lose you a game.
Yeah.
You checked a 1. You checked that card and was like, oh, I guess I will fail my second card, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'll play 6 cards this turn.
Yeah.
I have no
So
chance of me doing that.
I think in that matchup, it was more because the card never won me games because you brought in like all of these cards and just had a shit ton of answers for it. But
You were playing Shinnok. There are no answers.
There are no answers.
You had answers for my momentum.
There were no moves.
You had answers for my momentum. So like what the Shinnok deck was doing was I would sadistic ways to multiple and leave like 1 momentum so I can use this card to clear my card pool and draw more cards than my opponent because I just played multiple copies. But obviously when your opponent has a tight control on your momentum with something along the lines of the 3-diff you were playing.
We are many, you are but one.
Yep, that card. Which is
super good right now.
Yeah, which says enhance check a 6+. Your opponent discards 1 momentum is very good.
Super good, especially versus a character that it's for the mirror, honestly.
Yeah. And then there's also stuff like
fuck your momentum.
There's also stuff like Spaceland, which is another really good tight momentum hold that says your opponent just kind of doesn't get access to this thing if they're adding it during the combat phase.
you have to do attacks that have done damage to get your momentum.
Yep. So it says your opponent has to play the game the way it's intended or commit this card that's stopping them from doing so. I think the card, despite that, is insane. Like, you can afford to run that many answers because you're a 7-hander. You're one of the probably few good 7-handers, I'd say. So there's like X, Dejanet, Mad P,
There's a shit ton of good 7-handers.
and
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
What do you mean?
There's more than just like 5 good 7-handers.
I don't think so.
We can talk about it.
That's not this topic. This topic is
We'll talk about it afterwards. Wish I had a pen and paper. Will you give me one?
Yeah, I can.
Thanks.
I got it, don't worry.
Travis, give me one piece of pen and paper. So like my thing is like it feels a little bit like a win more card. I'm not positive. Like the cool thing about Nomai was it did what, like 7 damage or some shit?
Yeah.
Like it was beefy. Like it smacked you and you had to deal with it, right?
Yeah, but back then characters didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah.
I hear you. So like maybe this card's really nuts in Jet or something. Like yeah. So like I get. What are you doing? Just walk. What are you doing? So like I get.
Just crouch.
I get the fact that like it's good, but I feel it as more like a win more card. It was pretty funny. I get it like a win more card. I could see it like as in like a one of if you're like I'm determined to check this really poorly. I'm just like.
So, I don't know. I think the card is absurd if your opponent does not have the momentum answers for you. I also think that it might be slightly win more in Shinnok, but the turns where I killed you, you were very low on resources, meaning that if I would have done things the way I was going to, I always had a covert after you were already dead. So
why is it there?
Well, I can't do anything about you having very low resources and just dying to my attacks before I can play this card. So, I don't know. Sometimes your opponent just doesn't have the stuff and they die and you can't play your cool win condition.
What I'm saying is it's like not as good as Bang, right? Like what symbols? Like there are so many symbols that are already playing like 9 actions. You can't like throw this action on top. You just can't. So which means like, oh, I have to cut or revoke for this? No, there's no way I'm gonna cut or revoke for this. Cut counterspell for more combo pieces? No.
You would have to cut attacks.
Yeah.
I would just play. I'd like it as a defensive piece.
That too.
Tell me about it.
We were talking about it beforehand. Like that card doesn't say your attack. It just says after an attack resolves. Clear both players' card pools and both players draw. Like if you're able to just defend better, you just clear your own card pool, let your opponent draw. You're fine. Whatever. Draw back up to whatever how many cards and still block.
That does sound terrible. That does sound like not a good thing to do. My attacks didn't work. Let's clear my progressive and try again on my turn. It's like you had to use resources to block. Like there's no way I'm gonna clear a bunch of nutcrackers out of your progressive so you can sling more nutcrackers at me. There's no way I'm gonna clear from hell so you can sling more.
Yeah, but if you're gonna die to something, might as well give it a try, right?
And that's fair.
And combo decks just get wrecked.
Yeah.
So I think at that point it just turns into Taki, and you just do it on the first one.
Right. It sounds really cool in Taki. It sounds really cool in Spike. Like it should have the air symbol on it. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You ready? It should have jury symbols. Maybe give it fire because of what's her face. It should have void. It should have air and give it all because it draws cards. Whatever.
It should just have jury symbols. Jury didn't get a support card.
But it is Sea Viper's card.
Jury's in the background.
Jury's in the background.
I still think it's Sea Viper.
It's supposed to be Sea Viper's card, but
technically we don't know her symbols, so
she doesn't have any. She has all 13, all 12. That's what
You're
the
right.
card says.
Yeah, infinity's not a symbol.
Yep.
So yeah, I think this card is neat. I actually think it's totally fun. I think you're gonna check it just as much as you play it, and I think it's going to be fun. Not once last night when I was playing against Shinnok, arguably the person who can play it the best, did I feel like, oh, I lost because he cleared his card pool and drew a bunch more cards. I cleared my card pool too. Like I got to defend just as like your exact logic of, hey, if I can block more. Like I just gave all my attacks minus one, all of your attacks plus 1 speed for the rest of the turn, and you just cleared that for me. I'm down.
I think it wouldn't nearly as much of a problem if it didn't ignore and had a 2-check instead.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually think it'd be unplayable.
Yeah.
I agree. The
I
entire
think it'd
point
be
of the
playable.
card.
Maybe
But
like
only because
a
Call of the
four,
Wildlands.
maybe a fortif then.
I still think it's
Change the
unplayable.
numbers a little bit.
At that point, why wouldn't you just play another attack?
I
Because
think
it didn't clear your card pool and draw you a bunch of
I
cards.
think the issue is the same thing we had with Scorch Wheel. All of this card ignores progressive cards, unless it is a foundation like over the top, which like that the point of it's to like not count towards progressive or whatever. Or ignore progressive. Is you need to stop making cards that say ignore progressive and difficulty 5. Make it a 6 and that card's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a 6/1 and I'll play it. That's
Like they did for Dust for Dust.
Right, that's a fair card. I need to be able to commit one
I'm upset
foundation.
about
I need to be able to commit one foundation in order to play this thing. But like you take
Or
away
check lucky.
you take away the difficulty by 1 and make it a momentum cost, and hopefully there's momentum generation in every symbol. Well,
Good thing there's fatality.
good thing, huh?
Nah, yep.
So yeah, I think this card is fine. I don't think I don't think it is a bang. I don't think it is a fatality. Like right now, I feel like every deck should be playing 3 fatality, just because of momentum being such a vital key. Like I think everybody should be playing it. I don't see why even as 7-handers. I understand that I'm playing Dejanet, but like even at Scorpion, it was such a struggle to not put fatality in. My fatalities instead were like demon grabs. Like that was my fatality instead, or instead of playing fatality, play Swallow Your Soul or Redemption or something along those lines. That like, hey, this guaranteed my momentum. But yeah, This action's neat. I'm excited to see what it does. You can find it. Go to your local card shop and ask for them to order the Crimson Viper tins as well as the Ryu tins in order to get these cards. You'll get these exclusive cards as well as
6 packs.
Yeah, 6 packs. 6 packs, $25 plus
Platinum, 3 Street Fighter, 1 Mega Man, 1 Darkstalkers versus Street Fighter.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to add onto the action? Is there anything else you guys think about?
I don't believe so.
Any cool combos that you can think of right now?
So like the two most basic ideas that I can think of when it comes to this card are Sagat and Akuma, because they both shove cards into their card pool. Yes, Akuma can play this card, and he can just flip this. Sick, -2.
I found the issue with the card. It's Akuma.
I mean,
fucking shit. Oh my god.
Yeah,
yes.
it's Akuma. Akuma's the reason this card's not fair.
Yeah.
Because now, like, I don't have to play Coffee Samba.
yeah, you could literally just play this card instead.
I'll play Fatality. I'll clear all of these face downs and just, like, I don't know, restart my turn. And then...
Oh, I drew 20 cards? Sick. I'll play 6 more attacks.
Yeah.
Are you having fun yet, opponent?
Yeah. Because, like, now you just play 4 Fatality.
Fun, Mr. Krabs!
You just play 4 Fatality and just, like, under Evil, you just stuff your card pool. You don't even have to play Coffee Samba anymore. Who cares?
Yeah.
I no longer have to worry about that one check. I've got this one.
Right.
And this one draws me cards.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Coffee Samba drew cards too.
This one draws me more.
This draws
Potentially.
way more cards than Coffee Samba.
Sure. Potentially.
What do you mean
Depending on
potentially?
When you play it.
Well, okay, so even on our first attack, we have 1 momentum. Even on our first attack, I play an attack. I stuff one in with Akuma. I stuff one in with admonition fees.
Sure.
I drew 3, stunned you 1, hit you for...
No, you drew 4. It clears itself.
It counts itself.
It counts itself?
Yes.
This card doesn't remove?
No.
Costs discard momentum.
Yep. It hits your card pool.
It evens you. It evens
Ryan.
you.
It hits
evens.
It hits the card pool.
It
Clears
replaces
everything.
itself, just like Let's Cut Loose.
Ryan, why would you do this? Yeah, the card's not fair. So the cool thing I thought of was, I think it's only not fair in Akuma, and Bebop is gonna be all over the place now. Discard your momentum. Don't discard your card pool. I guess fail that thing. I guess if you do cancel it though, that means it sticks in the card pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which
And
is,
it doesn't count for progressive.
no. It ignores progressive. It still counts.
That's
Yeah.
Right. An evening with Grin.
Can also pick this card up.
I'll pick this up from my discard pile. Discard momentum after your attack resolves. Let's kick them all. Let's get rid of them.
So I was actually thinking about this the other day, but your Fey deck, the one, the Explosion deck,
Yeah.
I'll give it multiple 6.
Who's Fadek?
Tyler, you're faded.
Excuse me, who's Fadek?
You better
Tyler's
you better
Fey
show
deck.
some you better show some respect.
So
all right, I stole that deck fair and square, but it was not mine originally. I did steal it.
you okay? Explosion multiple 5. Oh, sick. I'll actually multiple 4. Sick. Clear 6. Draw 6.
What do you mean? They're gonna kick with Windmill Punch.
Just don't kick them.
Don't kick them.
No. But like I'll kick one. I'm gonna multiple it out. Kick one and then put the momentum back in.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep. So you
Yeah.
can just fully multiple it.
Yeah.
That.
Which I mean, by that time I've thrown 14 attacks. So I mean, I'm just playing a 1-check for no reason. This is what I'm saying. It's like, I don't need this card. You don't need it.
My weapons Teisei deck.
It's very good in weapons. Yeah. It is very Yoshimitsu. This card actually checks a 3 most of the time.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm in it. This card's cool.
Yeah.
Card's still gonna get banned.
With
so fast.
with that, let's go ahead
We're
and move on to topic 2.